Right now, we are going through what I believe is the biggest gold rush since the internet was invented. Because of artificial intelligence, big companies are getting rid of complete teams just because the speed of AI is actually way quicker and the execution is way cheaper. So probably if you are running an online business or you wanted to create an online business or maybe even have a normal job, you're probably wondering, what am I going to do if AI is going to do the exact same thing that I can do? Which is a reasonable question. And I was wondering this myself as well. And this is why I wanted to create this video. In this video, I will explain 3 opportunities that I think will be big in this gold rush of AI. And these 3 opportunities will make sure that you differentiate yourself from all these AI companies, but also you set yourself completely up differently against AI. You can probably beat AI while using AI. So if you would see my main channel, my main YouTube channel, I talk about Google Ads dropshipping. I teach people how to make the first 1K day using only Google Ads for their dropshipping business. And now that I noticed that information is actually becoming abundant. Normally 10 to 15 years ago, the more knowledge you had, if you had more knowledge than your customer, for example, or to someone else, you could sell this information. That's the business model that is huge, right? The info business. So now, at the moment, everyone has information in their back pocket. Like literally, everyone has ChatGPT, Claude, Grok, etc. on their phone. So imagine that someone would ask ChatGPT, can you make me a step-by-step plan how to make my first 1K day with Google Ads dropshipping? ChatGPT instantly will read all the transcripts from my YouTube channel and gives a complete A to Z blueprint within seconds, while I created hundreds of videos explaining the whole process, which is insane. Another example is that, for example, my business partner, Hank, in my Google Ads agency, this guy never even entered a Shopify store theme editor. So he never created a Shopify store himself. He's a media buyer. He never created a Shopify store before. So I asked him to help me with a e-commerce project that I want to launch in this year. And this guy's like full on AI, right? This guy is talking to his Claude bot 24/7. So I asked him, can your Claude bot maybe help me with creating a store around the project that I want to launch? And I gave him some examples, and he literally sent this to his Claude bot, and within 24 hours, he made a complete branded store. It's insane. The offered stack, the subscriptions were active, FAQ was done nicely, the landing page was beautiful. Normally I would spend hours, weeks, and thousands of dollars creating this landing page. Now it's created within 24 hours with this Claude bot, which is insane. So people now with no technical skills can suddenly create websites, can suddenly code apps, suddenly they can create businesses from their phone, which is actually insane. Another thing that's pretty interesting is that McKinsey estimates that 30% of the working hours by 2030 can be automated by AI, which is actually insane. And Goldman Sachs estimated that 300 million jobs globally will be replaced by AI, which is insane. 300 million jobs will be affected globally by AI. And you can see it already by big companies. For example, Klarna. I think 2025 or late 2024, they replaced 700 customer support agents with AI. Imagine you pay these 700 agents $4K a month. That's $280,000 a month instantly saved by utilizing AI. That's 3.5 million-ish per year saved by just implementing AI. So this is why I really wanted to create this video and talk about the 3 opportunities that you can take to beat AI, use AI, and differentiate yourself. Because it affected me. I co-own a Google Ads agency. I run Freedom Achievers community where we teach people how to make the first 1K day. And now I know that everyone has access to this information. And normally I was able to sell this information because I knew more about Google Ads dropshipping than my customer, and now I was able to sell this. But this is not possible anymore. So information is abundant, that's out of the equation. So now probably it's not about the more knowledge you have, but the more identity you have. So this is the first opportunity that I see is happening right now. If everyone has access to the information. It still needs to be told by someone. And of course, AI can tell you the whole game plan, but it cannot tell you the stories and the experience it had in its life going through these processes. So for example, during my process of creating an online job, an online business, it was that I still had a 9-to-5 job. I was financially bankrupt. I discovered dropshipping. I made my first $10 million online. I moved to Portugal. I quit Netherlands. I got a baby. I got engaged. All this stuff is relatable. And the content that ChatGPT gives you is not relatable. It will never tell its story like you can do. It will never tell my story to you like I can do. So being relatable is actually the new gold. That's the new gold. People will probably consume a lot of AI content while they don't even know, but the stories that have lived here on this planet Earth will always be the one that stands out against the normal AI content. So the first opportunity that I would tell you to do is straight away, start documenting your stories. Start creating content. Start creating a personal brand. Yes, and a lot of people have already thought about create a personal brand, it's the new meta, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but that's with the wrong incentives. That's just because of monetization. No. Now it's with the second idea that I have for you guys. It's about being relatable and build something that people want to belong to. Because people now imagine 30% of these jobs, right, will be automated by AI. So we have 30% more time on our sleeves. What are we gonna do? Probably we'll probably connect with more families and friends and just go out more. But we still want to belong to something. Because work, especially the offices, 9 to 5, you had colleagues that you could resonate with, you could relate with. You felt like you were together one pact. You always want to be in one pact. You don't want to be alone. This is why religion is already the biggest community ever in the world. People wanted to belong to something. So that's actually the second opportunity that goes hand by hand with the first opportunity. Creating a personal brand, be relatable, and then transfer that into a community. A community that's relatable and like-minded to the people that you attract to your personal brand. That's what I've been doing already for the last 2 years. I notice already a big shift that's happening, that information is everywhere. But instead of you sell the information, you sell the implementation and you sell the clarity. Because when everything becomes abundant, that means people will get brain fog by even just reading through all the ChatGPT reports of how to create, for example, a Shopify store. So you sell the implementation and the clarity. You teach that, you give that. But you do this by bringing people together. I will give you a good example. This happened this morning in the Freedom Achievers community. Someone had a problem with his Google Ads account. His Google Ads account got banned for some weird reason, and he was not able to create a new Google Ads account, while Gemini and ChatGPT told him it is possible. So he posted this in the community and he asked for some help. Within 5 minutes, he got 4 people that responded with the exact same experience, and they gave him some feedback. And within just a few minutes, his business was up and running again because he found out that it was a glitch. Because people that were giving him this feedback had experienced the same. This is the power of community and with like-minded people. People have the exact same experiences and they want to share this. We have stories that we want to share. We have this. This is every time. We love, for example, to talk about ourselves, but also to help others. It's in our nature. It's in our DNA. So this is why I'm really bullish on opportunity 2, is building a community. This is why I am a private investor in School as well. Sam Ovens' mission with School is to bring back community to 1 billion people. 1 billion people. This is why Alex Hormozi joined the team. Alex Hormozi is bullish on this as well. If AI is increasing and everything goes online, the other side of the coin means that people will crave connection, human connection. It's always this, right? If everything goes online, that's what I have. I have online businesses, I travel all the places, but when I'm together with my team or with my clients or with my members, I really enjoy this time as well. So for example, here in Lisbon, we do 4 times a year a physical event with Freedom Achievers. We do fun stuff that you can never experience online. That's what I really believe in. And of course, if you create an online community, you suddenly get real online friends. Imagine you would have AI friends online. Do we want that really? Is that something we really, really want? No. We are still humans. We want deep human connections to share stories with. So that brings me to opportunity number 3. Opportunity number 3 in this AI gold rush era is reverse engineering to the physical. And what I mean with that, it's pretty simple actually. If everything goes online and everything will be outsourced to AI, what are one of the latest businesses that will not be affected by AI? Probably the physical stuff that we humans want to do with when everything is online and we don't have jobs anymore. We want to go entertain ourselves every time. We want to have food, we want to have drinks, we want to maybe do sports together, right? These physical businesses will survive during AI if you're being unique. Of course, if you have a franchise of the McDonald's, yes, of course, that makes sense to have a robot behind the McDrive that serves you your Happy Meal. That makes sense, right? For me, it doesn't matter if I take my Happy Meal from the McDrive and the robot serves me because it's fast food. It's already in the word fast food. But I love to go to the gym. I just came back from the gym. Imagine I would go to the gym and the cashier and all the personal trainers are AI robots. I can tell you I would skip that gym instantly. I would love to go to a gym with real people, because then we have different bodies, for example. Not everyone is perfect. You can compare yourself. You can maybe you can feel better about yourself because you have a six-pack and someone else doesn't. Or you feel inspired because someone else looks way better than you do. Imagine you would have this with AI. That's not possible. That's not possible. So this is why I think the booming businesses will be a physical business that brings people together, that brings experiences together, that brings stories together, that brings emotions together. So if you have been thinking about maybe creating something really physical where people can connect, that will be amazing. For me, the dream is to have a founding members club. I love to talk to founders, especially in the beginning stages. I love these startup founders, right? And most of the founders that I really like are in the lifestyle businesses that I have, that create businesses around their lifestyle and not the other way around. So for me, I would love to create a membership that you just come and you can play padel, you can go to the gym, you can do cold plunge and sauna, but you can also smoke a shisha and get a cigar, because that's what I love. And you just can connect with other like-minded founders. That's what I would love to build here in Portugal, Lisbon, and then maybe later just have franchises all over the world. I would love to have that. So I would love to know if you guys would join these kind of clubs, because I think this is something great. So to summarize this video and just give you a quick note what you can do, the information is becoming abundant. Everyone has access to quick information. I even saw that there is like a declining graph in the search term on YouTube / Google to how to lose weight. So because that makes sense, right? You don't go to Google or YouTube anymore and ask YouTube how to lose weight and watch a complete video. You go to ChatGPT and ask, how do I lose weight? ChatGPT will ask you some questions. What is your weight? What is your height? What are your goals? What are your activity levels? And boom, it gives you a personalized plan. So it's declining on Google and YouTube. So if you are a nutritionist and you wanted to sell nutrition plans, ChatGPT will replace you. ChatGPT will completely replace you because the information is abundant, right? It's abundant. But you can sell the story, how it felt being fat to go to skinny and shredded, for example. You can now tell this story, and that's what you should do with the first opportunity of this golden era, which means being a personal brand and be relatable. That's what you need to do. Create a personal brand and be relatable. Tell your story. The second opportunity then is to bring these stories together into a community, because that's actually where people would love to go to. They would still love to go to communities where people can connect with each other that go to the same exact phases. Then, of course, opportunity number 3, later on, if you have these people together, probably you will go something physically. You would love to connect with each other. Just host masterminds, for example, physical events. maybe you have like later a physical club, a physical headquarters. If you are a digital nomad and you want to create a digital nomad club, create it on school, create an online community and bring it offline, which will be amazing, because like in the next 15 years, they're expecting that no jobs will even exist anymore because AI will take over. So people will have time on their sleeves. Just serve people that have a lot of time and still want to connect with others. That would be the amazing thing. So guys, information is abundant. Don't focus on creating information. You sell the implementation. You sell the clarity. That's the big step that you need to do. You bring people together. You bring experience back to life, because these stories that will be told with AI have no heart, have no essence, and have never lived on this planet Earth. I hope you guys a little bit understand what I mean. I hope you guys like this type of content. This is why I created this kind of content. I want to be relatable. I want to be a personal brand that survives in this AI golden era. And of course, my second YouTube channel, my main channel, I will still teach about Google Ads dropshipping, but maybe not as much anymore, because I already created all the steps. I already have done my thing there. But of course, I will still be there. So if you have interest in that, you can visit that one as well. But guys, see you in the next one.